In this video, I'm in Lakeland, Florida for the holidays. We're on the CSX A line, which runs through Lakeland and is a mainline track that sees a lot of CSX action as well as 4 daily Amtrak trains. It's the day after Christmas and we're out here trying to catch as many trains as possible. Now let's get right to it. First up is Amtrak 91, also known as the Floridian, passing through on its way to Tampa. If all goes well, you can usually see them passing through here just before noon and again on their way out at around 1:30. In between Amtrak's Tampa stop and return trip, we've come to check out the power at Winston Yard as CSX keeps a deadline of locomotives here. There's also some other local jobs building here in the yard. However, I just want to add that we have permission to be here. Please do not trespass on private property, and just as a reminder, that would include all railroad property. Anyways, there's some really cool locomotives here today, like this Pittsburgh and Lake Erie Heritage Unit, as well as things like this SD70 Mac with that YN2 wide cab -8 behind it. Not to mention all the older 4-axle locomotives and multiple other -8 and -9 units. One of my favorite things to see here though would be this older standard cab -8 number 7594. Finding these are getting harder and harder, so I'll take any chance I can get to see one in person. Here's that Pittsburgh and Lake Erie Heritage Unit idling away. I thought we'd stop for a minute and take a look at it before going back to the main line to catch Amtrak come through after departing Tampa. One last look at the locomotives here before we take off. After Amtrak comes through, we hear that M604 is finished building their train and departing Winston Yard headed for Waycross. They have a pretty decent sized train that takes over 8 minutes to pass. For power, we have 3 locomotives, 5486 and 5233, both ES40 DC locomotives. Trailing in back is number 235, a CW44 AC locomotive. For those who don't know, you can tell CSX AC power locomotives from DC by the presence of the lightning bolt under the numbers on the cab. If there's a lightning bolt, that means it's an AC powered locomotive. As we look farther down on track 2, which is the siding here, you can see some headlights, which is yard job Y161 working in industry just west down the line. The switch connecting to the main is just past where we're standing. He's waiting for M604 to clear the main before coming this way. As you can see, there's a large amount of box and tanker cars that make up a lot of this train. As they clear the switch to head north, they finally start picking up speed. The headlights out there turns out to just be a lonely GP38-3 coming our way. My guess is that they're on their way to work another industry farther down the line. We're going to see them again later. Next up is Amtrak 92, which is the northbound Floridian run. Amtrak classifies the Floridian as 40 and 41, however, CSX still keeps the 91 and 92 designation for whatever reason. There's two Phase 5 Genesis locomotives leaving, which is becoming more and more rare to see with them starting to be phased out. We head to the Winston Y on the north side of the yard, which is a good spot to set up to see trains coming and going. Here we've got L729 with a CM44AH and ET44, the H designating high adhesion trucks on both units. A visual spotting difference of an ET44AH would be the pyramid-shaped radiator when looking at it from the rear. That would be Amtrak's green signal for their return trip through Lakeland. As the sun goes down, we head back to the Winston Y to see what we can get before dark. As it turns out, that GP38 from earlier is returning as L762. He's pulling a shortcut of cars into the yard with a very interesting surprise on the back. An old Chessie Caboose that CSX uses as a shoving platform. Undoubtedly one of the last ones in existence and an awesome piece of railroading history. M603 will be the last train of this video as they ride off into the sunset. This was a great day and I really enjoyed getting out to Lakeland while in town for the holidays. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, drop a comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.